Are you ready?
Yes.
Stop.
Hello, everyone. During the pandemic and school shutdowns, many scrambled to access reliable internet. For example, two young women from Salinas, California became symbols of digital divide and inspired California lawmakers to attempt to bridge the technology gap for students living in poverty. When the two young women were pictured sitting outside of Taco Bell with their Chromebooks and notebooks, were using their Wi-Fi to join their classes. When interviewed, the school district board president shared that they served 8,000 kids, but could only provide 1,000 hotspots. Even with more on the way, it would not be enough. This is not an isolated case, but rather an indicative widespread problem that existed pre-pandemic and only exacerbated by a growing homelessness crisis. This is not isolated to Salinas, California, because Common Sense Media reported 15 to 16 million public school students across the US live in households without internet access or computing devices to facilitate distance learning. Even now that schools are back in person and communities are slowly coming back to normal, the digital divide is still detrimentally affecting students. What we don't yet know is to what extent that lack of access is affecting student academic achievement. My study addresses this gap in knowledge by comparing internet access for students in a general education math class versus those in a remedial math class in a local high school with over 50% of students identify as socioeconomically disadvantaged. I collected 140 students for my data, and you can see that 20.2% of the students use school hotspot for their internet use at home. It is slightly higher for the remedial class at 24%. You could see that the general education class internet speed is 10.5%, often slow, whereas the remedial group is at 20%, and we're looking at the blue here. This is a noticeable difference considering that less than 50% of the remedial class do not have fast internet. This raises the concern of completion of homework, projects, and streaming educational videos. The digital divide for these students only widens when we take into account of the quality of internet access. I would like to take this data to administration, district school board meetings to talk about my findings and encourage stakeholders to raise awareness, fund district resources, and provide equity access. More must be done for students without internet access. Thank you.